It wasn't supposed to come out that way. I hadn't planned it, hadn't rehearsed it. The words just slipped past my lips like venom. And the moment they did, I knew I couldn't take them back. We were standing in the kitchen on a rainy Sunday afternoon. The storm outside rattled the windows, but the storm inside me was louder. He had been talking about bills, about responsibilities, about how tired he was of carrying all the weight of us. And I, feeling cornered, defensive, raw, snapped. I don't need you. The silence that followed was deafening. His face didn't twist with anger, didn't contort with pain. He just froze, as if those 4 words had turned him into stone. His eyes, those steady, kind eyes that had always looked at me with patience, suddenly looked empty. He set down the mug of coffee he was holding. Gently. Too gently, like he was afraid of shattering more than just ceramic. Then he straightened his back, and for the first time in years, I saw a distance in him that terrified me. You don't need me, he repeated, his voice calm, almost fragile. I should have taken it back right then. I should have said, that's not what I meant. I was angry. I do need you. More than you'll ever know. But my pride wouldn't let me. My arms were crossed, my lips tight, and all I did was nod. Something inside him broke quietly, without drama. No yelling, no slamming of fists. He simply exhaled, long and heavy, as though he'd been waiting for that confirmation all along. He walked past me, his shoulders heavy, his steps slow but certain. He went into the bedroom, pulled out a suitcase, and began packing. I stood frozen in the doorway, my heart racing. What are you doing? I asked, my voice thinner than I wanted it to be. You said you don't need me, he replied softly, folding his shirts with mechanical precision. I won't stay where I'm not wanted. Panic surged in me. I hadn't expected this. I thought he'd argue, fight, prove me wrong. That was always our rhythm. I pushed, he pulled. I broke, he fixed. But this time he didn't fight at all. He believed me. I hovered in the doorway, words trapped in my throat. I wanted to say, please don't go. I didn't mean it. I need you more than I can admit. But my stubbornness chained me down. I could only watch as he zipped the suitcase shut. When he walked back into the living room, suitcase in hand, his eyes met mine for a final time. They weren't angry. They weren't even sad. They were tired. Tired in a way that told me this wasn't a sudden decision. Maybe he'd been carrying the weight of my indifference for years, and my words had only given him permission to finally let go. I loved you more than you'll ever understand, he said quietly. But I won't stay where I'm not needed. And just like that, he turned, opened the door, and walked out. No shouting. No slammed doors. No dramatic goodbyes. Just a man who finally believed me when I said the cruelest words I never meant. The sound of the door closing echoed through the empty house, louder than the storm outside. I sank to the floor, the weight of my pride crashing down on me. My chest ached with a pain I couldn't undo. I told him I didn't need him. But in that moment, as the silence swallowed me whole, I realized I needed him more than anyone I'd ever loved. The tragedy was that he would never hear me say it. Because the moment those words left my lips, he walked out forever.